This is Trip. They said they needed somebody whose mic demeanor matches how the D-League get it hype inside that ice arena. For live action analysis and highlights, you need to let your host on the mic. Mr. Reichert be the light to lead you through life between the pipes. Incite like an encyclopedia. Look inside yourself, find the fight to compete in you. Get in while you can, the numbers doubling fast. Asses in the seats and snot bubbles on the glass. Sign your name on the line for your spot and lock it up. This is hockey. We'll see who talking tough when they drop the puck. Try to keep your teeth and knock it up. Sorry about your luck. You should probably go sit down somewhere safe and get doctored up. Turn it up loud, let it knock in your truck. Or in the office, sound waves ripple through coffee cups. Log on, lock it in, and lock it up. It's DLeagueRadio.com, let's talk it up. Log on, lock it in, and lock it up. It's DLeagueRadio.com, let's talk it up. Lace your skates up or sit back reading the tea leaves. You are now tuned into the D-League. If you ain't bumping this in your ride, you need a DD. You are now tuned into the D-League. Leave the TV, come and see it in 3D. You are now tuned into the D-League. It's the best podcast in the biz, better believe me. You are now tuned into the D-League.
And welcome back to Bucks Arena here in Urbandale, Iowa, coming to you from the Collins Community Credit Union broadcast booth. I'm Patrick McFarland along with John Reichert. We are switching roles here for Game 2 of our quadrupled header here on D-League Radio, and we've got a good one now. It's the IoWinds against the Stampede, a battle for first place in the intermediate division, and a couple of high-octane offenses on display.
Speed is the key word today, Patrick, for this game. The IoWinds have it in spades, and the Stampede are just known for their speed so far this season. Wow, what a great matchup we have here. I'm excited for this one.
It should be a good one. Ian Mathers, the leading scorer for the Stampede, he's got 25 goals on the season, and if that sounds like a lot, it is. But Tim Young also with 25 goals to lead the IoWinds. So those guys are obviously the ones to watch today. But Curtis DeSellis with 16 goals, Teague Boyd, Torin Erickson each with 13 for the IoWinds. So a lot of offense on that side. These teams have played 4 times already in the year. The Stampede have won the last 3, though, John.
They've won the last 3 convincingly, too. 4-2, 6-3, and 7-3. Now we have to take into account short bench weeks, goalie substitution weeks, and on that note, there is a substitution today as Rich Penico is starting the game for the IoWinds, and I believe Zach Bricketto is going to be playing the second and third period for the Iowans, but still, wipe all of that away. This is always a fantastic matchup and a good game on the ice with, again, as we said, lots of speed on display, and we're getting ready to get it started.
Teams are on the ice. It'll be the Iowans skating left to right across your dial here. They are wearing their gray jerseys with the black, gold, and red trim, and the Stampede in the predominantly white jerseys with the orange and black. Both teams getting their last warm-ups in here, and we're just about ready to drop the puck on what should be a great game.
And we're going to tell you that D-League Radio is brought to you by the Keg Stand, 3530 Westtown Parkway in West Des Moines. They have over 90 beers on tap. New tappings happening every week. They're open until 2 a.m., 7 days a week with food specials all day Monday through Friday. It's the Keg Stand in West Des Moines, home of D-League Radio and home of the D-League Nights. More to come on the next D-League night.
And we're underway. Puck is dropped. Stampede control early, but now Young coming the other way for the Iowans. Into the zone. Tim Young skates it in. Right into Scott. Shoot. Save made by Kello. He had to be sharp early. DeSells along the far boards. Picks it up along the circle. Now loses control of the puck. Matt Whips coming the other way. Tries to feed it on to his teammate Nevins. Kursky, actually, and that puck will be moved on back to center. Now Young controls over the line. With DeSells and Lopez. Circles. Now back to Lopez. Shot saved by Kello. Rebound behind the net into the corner. Kurnow now comes loose. Lopez on the doorstep. Tries to feed it back to the slot. DeSells can't get a shot off. Now loose for Young. Shot hit a stick and bounces over the net. Now DeSells gets it back on goal. Loose in the corner. Mathers skates it out. Center ice. Moves it on. Kurnow knocked off the puck. Young coming the other way. First minute and a half of play here. Young, big collision right at the blue line. 3 guys. DeSells And White and Young able to get a shot off that and right in on Kello. He makes the save.
Just a traffic jam collision right there at the blue line as Chris White got in the way of Tim Young. Kurt DeSells there. That's a lot of big bodies that are coming together right there. But a good start by the Iowans coming up, putting a lot of pressure on Jake Kello in net for the Stampede. Kello standing tall.
Well, line 2 on now for both teams as the Iowans win the face-off, but the Stampede, well, not out of the zone there. Vance able to chip it along now to Erickson along the board. Shot right in on Kello, saw it of the way, hangs on, no rebound, and we'll have another face-off.
D-League Radio is brought to you every week also by So Cherry. Whether you're looking for some great new custom jerseys for any sport event or some fantastic t-shirts, make your order today at SoCherry.com, the official outfitter of D-League Radio.
Now off the face-off, Stampede get it out. So on a delayed offsides, the Iowans have to clear the zone. Stampede moving on to center. There's Neil Connolly, controls the puck, just sends it along the hard boards. Nobody there. Puck comes back to center. Chabak battling with Connolly. Teague Boyd takes it. Boyd goes cross ice, comes back to center. Vance will settle it down. Plays it on for Erickson over the line. Torrin Erickson, top of the circle, loses control. Now to Connolly, slot, shot wide of the net. Boyd behind the goal, tries to control it, can't come up with it. Now loose for Austin Taylor, moves it on to center. Coming the other way, here's the Stampede. John Wilcox goes down along the far boards. Picked up Taylor, takes a shot from the top of the circle, well wide. Now along to Erickson, coming the other way. 17 minutes to go here, first period. Torrin Erickson over the line. 3-on-3, overskates the puck. Now back to get it, sends it along behind. Boyd meets with Sandy behind the net. Sandy will just send it off the boards, kept though at the top by Nelson.
It was good play defensively by Jeremy Sandy just a moment ago that broke up that deflected attempt by Teague Boyd off the Torrin Erickson pass. Sandy having a good day so far for the Stampede.
Now another keep at the blue line by the Iowans, sent in behind. Jake Brott gets there first, challenged by Erickson and taken away. Now Sandy again moves it on. Far corner, Curnow. Taken by Connolly in the corner. Neil Connolly. And kept again at the blue line for the moment by Schwenker, but now squirts back out to center, and the Iowans have to retreat. 4 minutes gone here in the first. Vance moves it on to Lopez. Lopez fast into the corner. Gets there first. Spins it around the glass. Now kept again by Schwenker at the point. Shot right into the slot. Couple of Bandits, or Stampede there.
There you go.
That one comes later. Shot, opportunity there for Mathers, moves it in fast, but covered by Penico, and we'll have a whistle.
Mathers is an electrifying player. He comes into the zone, makes one move. His shot attempt deflects off a defenseman's stick. I believe it was Schwenker, and Penico had to be sharp as the puck changed direction on it.
Clean face-off win there. Stampede control for the moment, now taken up by Nevins. Fires, tries to get it to Young. It'll just go the length of the ice, and we'll have an icing here and another whistle with 15:20 to go in the first.
One more time, another ad for you. Eggs and Jam, located at 1907 E. Petrie Parkway in West Des Moines, the breakfast and brunch restaurant that has taken Des Moines by storm. Fantastic dishes with clever 90s names, made with the freshest local ingredients. That's Eggs and Jam. Open Wednesday through Sunday.
Here we go,
West
Tim
Des
Young.
Moines.
Tim Young's on a breakaway. He shoots, he scores! Tim Young won the faceoff and went end to end, and it's 1-0 Iowans.
Wow, what a play by Captain Tim Young. Comes streaking in. The defense of the Stampede trying to get back on the back check. Young fires it over the shoulder of Kello, and the Iowans take the 1-0 lead.
Tim Young does this thing where he tries to win every faceoff forward, and, sometimes he's not successful, but that time he was. And with his speed, he can just go.
There's never a lack of hustle when you're talking about Tim Young, for sure.
Well, Luke Vance just fires that one into the benches, and with 14:20 to go, we'll have a stoppage. Iowans get the early tally, 1-0 here in this one.
While we have a moment, we want to take a moment to congratulate 515 hockey podcast host and D-League radio personality Craig Fraken and his wife Mallory on the birth of their son Colton yesterday. Colton Alexander Fraken, as I've said before, obviously named after Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators. Congratulations, Craig and Mallory.
Now play at center.
He hasn't denied it.
Well, loose right in the slot. Stampede try to press. Erickson able to get it out to center. And Chris White back to get it. Over skates it now. Erickson takes it. Tries to skate it in, but knocked it off his stick.
Good poke check there by Matt Whips.
Puck still loose at center. Over to Wilcox. Wilcox sends it in. IoWinds get there first. Now turnover at the blue line, though, kept in. Taylor battles it into the corner. 13 to go here in the first. 1-0 IoWinds with the lead. Now exit pass from Erickson. Turnover. Wilcox had a shot. Pennico makes the save. It ricochets over the net. Big Karam. And now back to center. Here's Erickson coming the other way. Torrin Erickson. Off his stick. Now Boyd. Top of the circle. Lets it go. Partially tied up on the shot. Goes behind. Boyd. Right out in front for Erickson. Couldn't quite get there. Shot well wide. Now to Boyd. Off the Karam. Loose in front. Played down into the corner. Nelson. Moved on out to center by Taylor. And this is going to go the length. No icing here. Pennico out to play it. Long pass over the stick of Schwenker. And taken instead by White. Fires it up long for Wilcox off his stick. Right in on Pennico. And he will move it on to Nevins. As the Iowans settle things down here. Long stretch pass. Here's Lopez. Center ice circle. Lopez pass brought. Stops in the corner. Sets it up. Shot off the side of the cage. Now Schwenker behind the goal. Turns. Centers one right out in front. Opportunity for Lopez. Couldn't get a stick down. Coming the other way. Look out here. Mathers. Over the line with speed. He's 1-on-2. Turns it over. Fanning on the clearing attempt was Nevins, but now DeSales just gets it back to center. Young past Sandy, but Brott cancels and sends it the other way. 11:45 to go in the first. Iowans with the lead, 1-0. Brott around the boards. Played it on. Sandy thought Kernow was going to take it. Has to hustle back to get it. Now played on to Mathers. Center ice. Mathers 1-on-3. Knocked off the puck nicely by Tim Young, and he'll take it the other way.
Great back check by Tim Young there. Mathers tried to make that move and step right into the lane that Young was coming back to cover him on. Young lift that stick.
And no icing here. Luke Vance back to get it for the Iowans. Moves it along the boards. DeSales looking to get it up to Young. Passes errant and taken the other way. Now here's Sandy. Moves it on in behind the goal. Big Karam off the glass, played by Nevins. Kept by Mathers. Moves to the slot. Shot, couldn't get much on it, goes wide. Battles with Vance. Vance on to DeSales along the boards, trying to get it out of the zone. Now move it on to center. Here's Young. Turning and going. Young with Lopez on the right wing. Young still with it. Feeds it in on Kello, but couldn't get a shot off. It just kind of went off the end of his stick. Loose still. Lopez plays it on, now back to center as the Stampede get it out of the zone.
Young has to make that pass a little sooner. Lopez was wide open.
Both teams going for changes here. 10:20 to go in the first. Kernow off his stick. White back to center now. Erickson, he's on sides with Boyd. Moves it to the slot. Shot, save, loose in front. Still loose. DeSales with an opportunity. Puck moves out of harm's way there and back to the center ice as the Stampede dodge one there.
Acrobatic save by Jake Kello on that original shot. Bouncing puck, unable to find the stick of Kurt DeSales.
Wilcox will just wrist one in from outside the blue line. Comes right in. Easily steering it aside is Richie Pennico. And Erickson moves it on. Now Connolly. 9:40 to go here in the first. Neil Connolly skates it through center with Teague Boyd over the line now. Connolly fires it in. Kello with a real easy save there and just gloves that one and hangs on.
D-League Radio brought to you by Red Dragon Herbs, and with cold weather here and summer weather coming, you can find them at the various farmer markets around town. Custom deep blends from around the world that look, smell, and taste delicious. You can find them on the web at reddragonherbs.net, the official sponsor of D-League Radio.
Now Schwenker back to get an ill-advised pass there, almost a bad turnover, but Connolly back to get it. Stretches one to Boyd just out of his reach, and this will go for another icing. And we'll have a face-off deep in the Iowans end.
You know, we're finding most of the play today so far is happening in the Stampede end of the ice. The Iowans have come out just simply flying. They're just blowing through the blowing through the zone. Yeah, thank you.
Well done.
Thank
well
you.
Done.
Thank you. That's why I usually do play-by-play.
So Connolly off the face-off. Looking to get it up to Erickson. Instead skates it through the neutral zone. Connolly still with it. Nobody's slowing him down. Connolly shot wide of the net. Big carom off the glass. Erickson from the circle. Shot from the slot. Hard wrister. And boy, Kello had to be good on that one to see it.
With Connolly on the doorstep waiting for a rebound. Great save by Jake Kello. But the defense of the Stampede there kind of caught me off guard. And you and I looked at each other like, what are they doing? They were just backing off and not coming back, and gave the Iowans all kinds of time and space to gain the zone.
Yeah, now Jack Nelson into the corner. A little loose right out in front. Opportunity there, but nobody home for the Iowans. Erickson sends it back to the point. Oh, it kicks in. The opportunity there. Nevins had a shot. It changed directions. Kello didn't see it loose, and now coming the other way. Over skating it there was, and now Taylor picking it up. It'll be knocked back up to center. Wilcox there to get it. Moves it on to Sandy. Play loose at center now. Look out here, Erickson over the line. He's 2-on-2. Erickson with Lopez. He'll just send it in the corner. Lopez centering pass out in front. Kello got a stick on it. Now Mathers coming the other way. 7:20 to go in the first. 1-0 Iowans. Taylor just out of his reach. Able to get back to it, but played off the puck nicely by Kirchner. Loose into the corner. Kirchner comes up with it along the boards. Fires it over to Young. Turns and goes. Here's Tim Young over the line. Challenged by Brott. Gets past him. Young shot, save, loose. Played away by Brott, and it will be moved to Mathers.
Once again, the speed of Tim Young on display. Gets around one defenseman. Has another great scoring opportunity.
Tim Young takes it in. He ran into a forest of 3 Stampede players and lost control of it. Mathers moves it cross ice. Gets it over to Curnow. Over the line. Curnow lets it go. Wrister scores! Oh! Wow, a long wrist shot off the glove of Penico, and it's 1-1.
What a bad break for Rich Penico right there. He had it in his glove, so it seemed. I don't know if he was fooled by which way the puck was going to go, but it was a clean shot. He had a clean view of it, just missed it, and now we're tied at 1. Great shot by Curnow, though.
Sure was, but yeah, that's generally a shot you're going to see saved and held onto by most goaltenders, and definitely by Penico.
Absolutely.
So 1-1. Here's 6 to go in the first. This game's been everything we expected it to be early.
Yes, sir.
Vance in his own zone. Looks to set up a rush here. Now he'll just skate it. Challenged by Mathers. Has to avoid a turnover there. Boyd at center. Deke Boyd over the line. Far boards, tries to center one for Young, just out of his reach. He'll go wide. Off the boards, Mathers plays it, but not out. Vance keeps it. Luke Vance turns, shot. More of a pass into the corner.
I think he was looking for DeSales there.
Now to Schwenker. Shot right in on goal, saved by Kello. Rebound loose, now batted out of trouble by Mathers. This one's going to go the length of the ice for an icing.
Not a bad icing by Mathers there, as the Iowans were set up in the zone and were getting some good pressure on Kello having to make the save. And the Iowans just with their foot on the gas right from the get-go here, Patrick.
They have played extraordinarily well in this game, and most of the action has been to our right.
Correct.
Young with a face-off win back to Nevins. Keeps at the point. Now he'll just try to feed it into the slot. DeSales can't handle it. Young in the corner. Feeds it to DeSales. Can't get a shot off. He's checked by Mathers. Now DeSales back to get it. Good battle there now with White. In the feet of DeSales, and he'll try to move it back to the point. Does. Shot right in on goal from Kirchner. Save made by Kello. Big rebound. Boyd along the boards in the near side. Using that big body, gets it back to Nevins. Nevins skates it up along the boards. Taken away, though, by Mathers, and he'll move it on out to center. 4:30 to go here in the first. 1-1 tie. Boyd retreats to get the puck. Oh, bad turnover there. Mathers has it. Shot saved by Penico. He'll just feed it back into the corner there as a ill-advised pass leads to a shot. Now Kirchner has to battle hard to get it off the boards. Now who moves it on? Look out, here's Young with some speed. He's past the D. Tim Young's in on goal. He shoots, saved by Kello. Puck comes squirting straight up in the air and played out of harm's way by White.
And you see how square to the puck Jake Kello was on that. After the puck bounces up over him to go wide harmlessly to the side, he is still facing where the puck was What a great save by Kello on a third breakaway now for Tim Young.
They're living dangerously, giving him that many opportunities like that.
Yes, sir.
Now here comes the Stampede the other way. 3:40 to go. Feeds it on. Taylor just can't quite come up with it. Shabak back to get it top of the circle. Overskates the puck. And Kirchner able to play it on. Gets it to Connolly. Connolly skates it center ice circle into the zone with Lopez and Erickson. Connolly's shot blocked out front and will be covered by Kello, and we'll have a whistle.
Faceoff will come to the right of Kello. Once again, we saw the defense of the Stampede backing up and allowing Connolly all kinds of time and space to enter that zone with his two wingers on the right. It was Erickson and Lopez in that instance. The defense of the Stampede needs to close that gap as the Iowans are gaining the zone.
Yeah, you sure don't want to give him that much space. Now Connolly again into the zone, that time challenged, but gets it over to Lopez. Now backhands a pass into the slot, nobody there. Sandy able to play it, but now loose right out in front. Opportunity, Lopez couldn't quite get the shot off, and the Stampede collect and move it out to center. Here's Austin Taylor. Collision right in front of the scoring table. Austin Taylor back to get it. Lopez battling him hard for the puck. Ruled off sides, and so the Iowans have to clear. That'll give Wilcox time to play it on to Taylor. Over to Shabak. Taken away by Vance, moved to Connolly. Puck is loose now into the Iowan zone, but Wilcox unable to get the handle on it. And now it will be Schwenker. Long stretch pass just out of the reach of Lopez. No icing here. Brought back to get it behind his goal. Moves it along. Connolly intercepts along the boards. In his skate now, moves it to a stick. Over to Lopez. Lopez in the far corner. Connolly behind the net. Tries to wrap it around. Blocked though by Shabak. Comes up with it. Kept by Nevins at the blue line. Shot far corner. Now Taylor will just ice the puck. As with 1:45 to go here.
Dangerous shot by Tim Nevins from the point there from just a second ago. Went through the legs of the forechecker of the Stampede. And with all the traffic in front, Kello didn't know where that was. Very fortunate for Kello that nothing bounced in on net because he wasn't quite sure where that was. And the last he saw, the puck was along the left or the boards here on the near side.
Well, face-off win cleanly wide by Tim Young. Back to Nevins. Shot blocked in front. And now fed into the slot by Nelson. Taken instead, though, by number 9. That's 7, Mathers. Over the line. Mathers cuts in. Sends it right out in front,
nice
just
pass.
past the reach of Kernow. Coming the other way now. Here's the Iowans. Nelson moves it up, trying to win a race, but Kello is just going to cover that one. And with just under a minute to go here in the first, we're going to have another face-off.
Nelson was looking for Young, and Young had stopped skating, thinking that Nelson had the lane on that particular rush. Not a bad play by the first-year player, Nelson.
So face off to the left of Kello. Nelson, Young right off the hop, just shoots it.
You're not going to score on Jake Kello from there. Just saying. Off a face-off, you're not going to score from that.
Yeah, nobody blocking the view. He saw that one all the way.
Kello knows enough. He's looking at your hands. He's looking to see what your plan of attack is on that face-off. If he sees you're not going to sweep it back, he's prepared for that shot.
Now Young stick handles it to the corner. Roots the slot, nobody there. Vance shot, hits a skate in front. Vance pinches now to go get it. Instead it's brought, just moving along the boards. Kept though at the blue line by Kirchner, but now moved on out to center. This will go the length of the ice, and that would do it for what was a very entertaining first period between the Iowans and the Stampede. We're tied at 1, John.
A very fast-paced opening period for the Iowans and Stampedes. More Iowans, though. They controlled the play a lot more than the Stampede did, and it was just later in the period that the Stampede were able to get some sustained pressure in the Stampede zone. It was a fluky goal given up by Rich Pinnico in which he went to catch the puck off a shot from Kernow on that right wing side. It deflects off his glove and in. And now we're seeing Zach Bricchetto is going to be in goal for the Iowans for the remainder of this game. Bricchetto playing his second game in net today. We'll see if that plays an effect on this game as we go along. But the Stampede need to step up a little bit. They're giving the Iowans a little too much respect on some of their, what I want to call secondary players. Tim Young has burned them for 3 breakaways now, connecting on the first one for that first goal of the game. But when other players are coming down, it seems as if defense of the Stampede players are giving them a little too much respect, but too much time and space to give them access to the zone.
Yep, specifically a couple times where Neil Connolly was basically able
Correct,
to skate the puck from center ice all the way into the shooting territory.
Yeah, and no
without
offense to
anybody
Neil
challenging.
Conley, but he's not as fast as Tim Young, and if the defense of the Stampede has to recognize that and play accordingly for sure.
So we're ready to go here. The teams have switched sides, and it'll be the Stampede skating left to right now. 1-1 tie in this one. And this will not be an icing here as Vance sends it down, but it could have been played. Tim Young there to get it first. Boyd. Now Young skates it back to the point. Vance tries to send it on to Boyd. Intercepted, though, by White. He'll just move it on, trying to get it to Kurnow. Off the boards. Taken instead by Vance. Moved on back to center.
Uh-oh.
Nelson, look out. He's in. Nelson with Young and Boyd. Shot. Rebound. It's
Oh!
save made by Kello. I don't know how. Boyd had a wide open net and Kello got a stick on it.
Oh, my goodness.
Now coming the other way, Vance has to cancel out a potential rush going the other direction. Puck loose right out in front. Now Kurnow can't get a shot off, and Kirchner looks to get the handle on the puck. He'll move it on. Gets it to Nelson. Challenged and knocked away by White. Puck back to center. Mathers, look out here. Challenges Vance. Gets it to the slot. Tries to get it back to his forehand. Can't quite get much of a backhander off. And Young will just send it the length. And this is going to go no icing for some reason. And DeSells able to come up with it.
Oh!
Shot saved by Kello. Loose again. Overskating it was Kurnow. And Boyd able to momentarily keep it in, but now the puck comes back to center. Mathers goes down.
Penalty coming up.
Gonna get a call. It looks like there was a trip there. And on the touch, the Iowans will be shorthanded.
Holy smokes. Jake Kello just putting on display why he is, in my opinion, the best goalie in the D-League and has been for a number of years. How he made that stop on the rebound. Nelson with a breakaway, a 2-on-0 with Teague Boyd. Great shot by Nelson, fantastic save by Kello. But it was the follow-up save on the Boyd rebound that Kello has me jumping out of my chair. Good Lord.
Yeah, that's one of those times we wish we had the slow motion instant replay to go back and see how did he keep that puck
Holy
out of the
smokes.
net. But now a power play for the Stampede. Face-off controlled by the Iowans in the corner. Erickson just fires around the boards. DeSells knocks it to center. He challenges Sandy right there. DeSells comes up with it. Over the line, 1-on-2. DeSells tries to skate it through two guys, loses the puck. Sandy takes it over to Taylor.
Great defense there by Jake Brott.
Taylor over to Shabak. Pass was behind him, and Lopez will just send it the length of the ice here. Short-handed the Iowans, content to just bleed some clock. Taylor along the boards, right in front of the penalty box, gets it to Wilcox along over the line. Wilcox tries to center it back to Taylor. A little too strong, and the puck will be moved on back to center by the Iowans. Sandy looks up, gets it over to Wilcox. Minute to go in the power play. Stampede need to get something set up here if they're going to get much of an opportunity. They're having trouble getting it into the zone with possession.
Just a great forecheck by the Iowans, keeping the Stampede at bay. You pointed out they're having a hard time just even getting it into the zone to get any kind of structure set up to this man advantage.
Now here's Taylor off the long stretch pass. Gains the zone, top of the circle, centers one right out in front, just through the crease. Burketto didn't touch it. Now the puck goes into the corner and it'll be sent the length of the ice again by the Iowans. Coming right in on Kello. He's going to have to move it, gets it on to Brott. 30 seconds in the power play. Long stretch pass to Taylor, just off his stick. Nevins and Robinson come together. Robinson gets it into the zone now to Taylor. Robinson settles it down. Just send it onto the net, but it'll be taken instead by Erickson. Hard wraparound kept by Brott. Along the far boards now. Played on to the empty point, and nobody there for the Stampede. Connolly back to get it. 5 seconds. The power play just about over here. And the Iowans back to full strength. Lopez overskates it along the far boards. Centers one. Now Schwenker sends it just wide. And along the boards, again, his Mathers and Lopez come together. Good hard battle for the puck there along the boards. Poked out by Brott. And now we'll get a whistle. And a face-off, it will stay in the Stampede end.
Puck stoppage with the puck stuck under a player. That's a safety call there. Good stoppage by the referees. Wow, we thought the first period was fast. Holy smokes, this period has just really taken off. Good opportunities by both teams. But the power play for the Stampede looked a little off. I know they're a little short bench today, running 2 lines in 4D, but which may explain some of their defensive lapses too.
Might. And now Vance back to get it for the Iowans. Plays it hard off the boards, out to center. Now Young over the line, challenged by Brock, moves to the slot. Young over to Boyd. Shot save as Kello had that one cut down perfectly.
By the time they got the shot away, it was already too late. They were already at too sharp of an angle. Boyd tried to just flip it up and over. Kello's not going to have any of that for sure. He's going to take that angle away. But again, the Iowans, the speed of the Iowans. Tim Young, Teague Boyd on the rush there.
Now back to the point. Vance. Curnow gets it to center. Kirchner. Just dump it right back in. And the Stampede with some time. Robinson looking to move it. Gets it long stretch pass over to Mathers. Mathers with Vance. He's going to skate right around him. Mathers gets past him, but knocked hard off the puck there by Kirchner. And the puck comes loose for Tim Young. 14 to go in the period. Long stretch pass from Young to Boyd. Over the line, Boyd has to wait for some of his teammates. Slows it up, shot. Kello saw it all the way and gloved it.
All the way. Kello's not going to let something like that go through. I'm impressed also by the, we always talk about the speed of Ian Mathers there, but he's also a smart player too. If you saw there, he also curled back around to gain some momentum to get around the defense of the Iowans on that last rush there. Just a smart move by a great skater.
Now right off the faceoff, shot opportunity and loose in front. Nevin shot, rebound, save made again on Young. And now Curnow will just send it the length of the ice.
Kello with another fantastic save off the rebound there. Holy smokes.
That will go for an icing, so we're going to have another offensive zone faceoff for the Iowans, but you're right. Jake Kello has been standing on his head in
There
the
should
period.
be at least 4 or 5 goals scored by the Iowans today if it weren't for the goaltending abilities of Jake Kello for sure. Oh, wow.
So we're still tied at 1. Stampede make a couple changes here as we await the faceoff to Kello's right. Clock ticks just down to 13 minutes in the second period. Now off the faceoff. That's White. Moves it on now. Shabak skates it up, neutral zone. Shabak over the line. He'll just send it into the corner. Back to get it himself. And the puck will just come loose right in on Bricketto, and he'll cover that one.
Even Zach Bricketto can make that save.
So 12:30 to go here, period 2. Iowans and Stampede with a 1-1 tie. First place, at least a tie for first place in the intermediate division on the line here. Kept by White at the point. Schwenker had a whack at it, but the bouncing puck eluded him. Taylor sends it around the boards. Nevins will get there first for the Iowans. Feeds it on now to Erickson. Looks to get it up to Lopez and does. Lopez over the line. 2-on-1. Whips playing defense. Trying to center one for Erickson off whip skate. Erickson comes up with it. Shot wide of the goal. Off the far boards. Shabak will pick it up and try to come the other way. He'll just send it down. This is going to go for an icing.
Fantastic defense by Matt Whips there on that 2-on-1. He took the pass away. Lopez had no choice but to try to make either just a very high-risk pass or take the shot. He chose an in-between of the two because of the fact Matt Whips was in his way to block a shot and or pass. So Kello didn't have much to worry about there. Great defense, Matt Whips.
Veteran defensive play.
Yep.
Now opportunity there for Lopez. Schwenker just sends it in, but it's blocked in front by Sandy. Now centering pass outside. Oh, Erickson, a shot saved by Kello. DeSells along the near boards.
That also hit the outside of the post.
Back to Kirchner. Hard off the rear boards. Erickson along the far boards. Circle. Tries to get it over to DeSells. DeSells off the boards, plays it. Tries to get around Sandy. And taken instead, though, here's Taylor. Race for the puck. He'll get there. Just moves it back to the center. Has to go the width of the ice to play it. And DeSells will take it over.
And what we're talking about earlier about the Stampede giving too much time and space to the attacking Iowans players, you saw both Kirchner and Vance, as soon as the puck came loose, they took off the defenseman for the Iowans.
Oh, opportunity, a loss there as Erickson fell down with the puck. He cuts it in, shot saved by Kello. Rebounds loose. Sandy can't get it out of the zone. Now it does find its way to center. Vance back to retreat and get it. Long pass taken by Sandy, and he'll just dump it right in on Burketto. He has to stick that one aside.
Even Zach Burketto can stop that one.
Leaves it behind the goal. Pass out of the reach of Tim Young. This one's going to come up just short of icing. Brott plays it on to Mathers. Not out of the zone as Boyd comes up and gets it. Leaves it for DeSelles just inside the blue line. Shot, hit a stick in front, and will just be sent the length of the ice again right in on Burketto.
Well, never mind.
It's going to get old after that.
I know.
Now the Stampede shot right in. Burketto save. He had to pluck that one out of midair on the rebound, but he did, and it's going to have to result in a face-off.
Even Zach Burketto can make a save like that. What a great stop by Burketto. Acrobatic. Very nice.
Yeah, he made the first save with the stick, but the puck ended up in midair, and he just plucked it. So face-off to his right. Young wins it back for Boyd. 9:20 to go in the second. 1-1 tie. Teague Boyd poked away there by Robinson. He'll circle the goal with it. Robinson looking for a centering pass. Play behind the goal. Mathers comes up with it. Circles. Still with it. Mathers comes around the... Now centers one out in front. Opportunity there, but nobody home. Mathers again, a shot right on Burketto. Rebound comes up high in the air. Another opportunity for Curnow, and covered by Burketto. A flurry here by the Stampede.
Finally, some very sustained pressure by the Stampede. This is the most sustained pressure they've had in this entire game. And we're tied at 1. It's not that the IoWinds have dominated this game. No, it's far from it. But the Stampede haven't had a whole lot of time spent in the IoWinds zone. That particular foray into the zone proved to be very effective for sure.
Now Mathers feeds it to the slot. Nobody there. Connolly takes it for the moment. Now poked away. Boyd. Puck is bouncing right on the blue line. Taken by Connolly. Over the line. Neil Connolly still with it. Cuts it right in. Shot saved by Kello. Connolly did well to get a shot off, but you're going to have to get it higher than that if you're going to beat Jake Kello.
Connolly with a real nice move around the Stampede defense once again. Kello up to the task for sure. Again, square to the puck. He's going to take away a lot of net by coming out into the high part of his crease. Not much Connolly could do there.
So 7:55 to go here in the second. 1-1 tie. Face off to the right of the Stampede goal. It'll be Young. And it was number 4, Wilcox, on that face-off. The Stampede come up with the puck and moving on out to center. Vance takes it away, though, into the zone. Gets it over to Connolly. Connolly moves to the slot. Shot. Save. Loose in front. Young comes up with it. Tim Young feeds it cross ice. Vance. Fans on the puck, trying to move it rather than shoot it there. Now the puck loose in front. Moved on by the Stampede out of the zone. Here's Taylor. Challenged at the blue line by Kirchner. Puck comes along behind the goal. Vance plays it on. Taylor back there. Taylor trying to get it out in front. Moves it onto the boards. Brott pinches up to get it. Can't come up with it. Look out here. Here comes Young coming the other way. One-on-one with Sandy. Young goes around him, tries to backhand, and he scores!
Oh, what a shot by Tim Young.
Backhand shot beat Kello's stick side. It's 2-1.
Sandy did all he could to keep Tim Young wide, going from Young's right to left. And he gets Kello moving and puts a backhander, probably the only place he could have put it, to give the Iowans a 2-1 lead.
6:30 to go here in the second. It's the Iowans now up by a goal. Right off the face-off here, they try to come back the other way. Erickson, though, knocked off the puck by Taylor. Mathers feeds it on to number 4, Wilcox. Taken instead now by Kirchner. Moves it onto the neutral zone, over to Erickson. Erickson over the line, 2-on-2. He's got Nelson on the left wing. Knocked off the puck, leaves it for Lopez. Skates to the corner. Lopez around the net, looking to get a centering pass. Instead knocked off the puck. Kirchner with a shot loose in front.
Oh.
Nelson couldn't quite get a stick on it. Cuts it back. Tries to feed it out in front. Wilcox knocks it off. Erickson's shot saved by Kello, and he'll hang on to that one, as Erickson had a point-blank wrister from about 15 feet away.
Iowans looking to add to their 1-goal lead there. Great tip by Nelson in front, just goes wide. Torrin Erickson gathered in that loose one in the high slot. Kello again up to the task.
Oh, we're under 5.5 now here in the second period.
Uh-oh.
Well, look out here as Mathers turnover at the blue line. Oh, he just over skates it. And Evans will get it back and move it on to Nelson. Over the line, here's Nelson. Skates it in. Centering and loose out in front for Erickson. Bouncing puck couldn't be handled. And now it'll be Erickson back into the far corner to get it. Tries to move it back to the point, but here's Mathers coming the other way. Skates it past Nevins. Battling with Kirchner, shot back end. Oh, it just missed a backhander there as he was battled just enough by Schwenker to keep him off the puck.
What an effort by Mathers.
Here's Erickson coming right back the other way, battling with Sandy. Knocked into the corner. Now centering pass out in front for Nelson. Can't get a shot off. Nelson feeds it to Erickson behind the goal. Erickson right out in front, opportunity. Lopez backhander goes wide. Sandy over to retrieve it. Moves it on to center. This puck's going to go all the way down. We're going to have another icing. And with 4:30 to go, we'll have another face-off in the Stampede end.
I'll tell you what, it was more Kello than Penico in the first, but this period, it's both Kello and Bricketto quite busy as both teams are really starting to pour on the offensive chances. The IoWinds, I think, are out-chancing the Stampede, but the Stampede are making the most of their chances, even though they're behind by one.
Tim Young wins the face-off over to Boyd. Vance at the blue line, keeps. Now turns it over. Matt Whips can't get it past Boyd. Loose in the right in the slot. Tim Young picks it up. Skates it to the circle. Young still on his backhand now. Moves to the corner. Along the board, centers one, blocked and taken by Curnow. He'll look to transition the other way. Curnow, center ice circle, moves it into the zone. Knocked off by Tim Young. And the Iowans moving into the corner. Kyle Kirchner up the boards, kept by Whips. Feeds it right out in front there. Shot by Robinson. Seeing it all the way was Bricketto, and he'll hang on to that one.
Whether you're looking for some great new custom jerseys for any sport or some fantastic t-shirts for your upcoming event, So Cherry is your one-stop shop for all your specialized needs. Check them out on Facebook at So Cherry to get a better idea of their garment selection. They are the official outfitters of D-League Radio, and you're going to see that at the end of this broadcast, how good their stuff really is.
DeSillis had a rush, but he was knocked off the puck. Iowans continue to keep the pressure on here. Matt Whips just knocks it back out to center. Kirchner has to go back to get it. Feeds it on to Boyd. Now to Young. Look out here. Comes right in on Kello. Puck is rolling. Young able to get it from the corner. Feeds it to the slot. Boyd unable to come up with it. Now Young. Whips will just knock it toward the blue line, and Shabak plays it on to center. Shabak has Curnow. Long stretch pass just out of his reach. Curnow gets to the corner. Kirchner will cut him off and take the puck away. Kyle Kirchner, long stretch pass for Young out of his reach, and that will go for an icing.
On that last rush by the Iowans, it was the, again, great defense by a veteran defenseman, Matt Whips, that kept the puck out of the net as Kello had gone down to play the puck with his stick. Whips able to break up not one but two chances for the Iowans to get the puck out of the zone. Iowans end up icing the puck now, face off to the right of Bricketto as the Stampede try to tie this up.
2 minutes to go here in the period. Tie up on the face-off. Lopez taken by Mathers. Tries to get it back to the point. Now Mathers has it along the boards. Feeds it to the corner. Curnow has it there. Skates it on. Goes back to the point. Brott settles it down. Along the boards. Played back to Wilcox. Top of the circle, lets it go. Long pass, tried to get it to Curnow. Couldn't come up with it, and here comes Schwenker the other way. Minute 30 to go in the period. Schwenker over the line. Battling with Sandy, gets past him. Schwenker knocked away nicely there by Brott coming in. And he'll get a long stretch pass. Here's Mathers.
3-on-1.
They've got the odd man rush. Mathers feeds it over to Wilcox. Oh, he couldn't quite gather it to get a shot off, and the Iowans dodge a bullet for the moment. Now keeping is Sandy. Mathers top of the circle. Takes it to the corner. Tries to get it back to the point. Brott wasn't there yet. And the puck comes on back to center. Minute to go in the period. Brott just sends it on. Nobody there for the Stampede. DeSellis facing two guys will just send it on ahead. And Brott will quickly move it the other way for no icing here as they wave it off. Nevins back to get it. Feeds it on back to center. Squirts just past the blue line there as Wilcox back to get it. 40 seconds. Move back to Brott.
Whoops.
Dangerous pass there, almost taken by Erickson. Now it is taken by Neil Connolly. Moves it to Erickson. Top of the circle. Feeds it back to Connolly. Right out in front. Saved by Kello. Loose again. They score!
Oh!
Second rebound, and it's Lopez. It's 3-1. IoWinds.
Tic-tac-toe, and it was the great shot and a fantastic save once again by Kello, Patrick, but Marty Lopez right there, Johnny, on the spot to bury it to give the Iowans a much-needed 2-goal lead.
Well, he made the first 2 saves.
Yes, he did.
When you give up 2 rebounds like that and you got 3 guys standing there, your odds go down. And Martin Lopez buried that one. And as the clock ticks down on the second, the Iowans now with a commanding 3-1 lead in this one.
Wow. Wow. Hey, fans, the next D-League night is going to be Thursday, March 28th at the Keg Stand at 6:30 p.m. We are going to have, we're going to go over the CIDL All-Star Games, the skills competitions that will be in between both novice and intermediate All-Star Games, and the playoff preview, because guess what? The playoffs are just around the corner here in the CIDL. Great giveaways, of course, and much, much more. That's Thursday, March 28th, D-League night at the Keg Stand, 6:30 p.m. D-League Radio will be live at 7 p.m. that night. Mark it on your calendars.
Well, the All-Star Game's just 2 weeks away now.
The All-Star Game is just a couple weeks away, and we play that following day as well on Sunday, and then the 2 weeks after that, the playoffs start. So it's coming to a conclusion here this second season. Yeah.
Yep.
And speaking of conclusion, we are one period away from the conclusion of this game, where the Iowans, they want to put their stamp on who is king of the hill here in the intermediate division. And don't count out the Jesters, who had a big win this afternoon too.
Absolutely right.
They won 7-1, I believe, earlier over the Wolverines. Have the mighty have fallen there as the defending champs are just getting knocked around. But it's a three-way play, and you can't forget the Benders as well too, as we saw them
right there
display their strength in the game earlier today.
You got 4 teams within a few points of each other, and they're all capable of winning. Now Boyd right off the hop here. Oh, and Neil Connolly just over skating it there as Boyd made a nice pass to get it to him. Shabak takes it, moves the other way. Opening minute of play here in the third period. Iowans with a 2-goal lead. Shabak cuts it in, shot, saved by Burketto, loose in front. He'll cover that one up as Shabak had a really good opportunity there to get this one closer.
It was a fantastic move by Eric Shabak. Made a great move and a great shot on Burketto, who was right on target to make a nice save there, square to the puck, and to keep this a 2-goal lead for the Iowans.
Well, right off the face-off win, Shabak whistles one wide. Matt Whips pinches up to play it, sends it around the boards. It'll come in right on the stick of Burketto. He'll move it to Vance. 17 to go here. Whips again, keeps it the blue line. Moves it to the slot. Shabak can't quite come up with it now. Another nice play there by Robinson. But Vance will come up with it and just send it the length of the ice. This will go for an icing.
So the Stampede applying some pressure here in the early stages of the third period. They're going to need to. They're down by 2 now, and they're going to have to really put their foot on the gas. They are short bench. They're running 2 lines in 4D, so you're on the ice every minute and a half now if you're one of the Stampede players, but this is gut check time.
Yep, in a game that's played at this speed, it's going to be, how good are your legs here in the third period?
Exactly.
Kirchner off the faceoff, sends it over to Young, off a stick, and White will play it on. Whips, just gets it into the zone, but Kirchner comes up with it first. Move to center, here's Vance. Overskating it, leaves it for Boyd. Into the zone, Teague Boyd cuts it to the slot. Still with it, feeds it on over to Young. Young challenged by Taylor nicely enough. His centering pass, nobody home. And Mathers looks to transition the other way, gets it up to Wilcox over the line. Wilcox cuts it back, centers one off a skate. Whips able to come up with it, fans on a passing attempt, and now Young comes the other way. Here's Tim Young, speed, 1-on-2, still with it, knocked off the puck though nicely by Curnow. Boyd for Nelson, open in the slot, backhand, he scores!
Nelson with a backhander from the high slot, and Kello, who it looked to be maybe screened by his defenseman, couldn't find it, and a very big insurance goal for the Iowans. Nelson with a wicked backhander.
That's the second nice backhand shot that the Iowans have employed in this game.
Yes, it is, yeah.
You don't see too many in this
Young
level of play.
Young with his second goal of the game, and then just that shot there by Nelson. What a shot.
Yeah, Kello was out of position there. It looked like he'd fallen down. which allowed that much of the net to be open on that.
It was very uncharacteristic of Kello.
So now with 15 minutes to go, it's a 4-1 IoWinds lead, and suddenly it's desperation time here for the Stampede. Oh, right out in front, Lopez had an opportunity. Gloved into the corner. Lopez battling with Sandy there, gets it to Curnow. Now comes loose off a skate and a slop, but knocked out of harm's way, and back out to center by Brott. Nevins plays it on to Lopez, gains the zone, but loses control, and Brott will just send it down. Schwanker touches, so there's no icing here. He's back to get it, goes hard around the boards, and past the Stampede up to Lopez. Lopez cuts it in. He's got DeSales with him. Lopez settles it down top of the circle, tries to go back into the corner. DeSales looking to feed one right out in front. Shot by Lopez goes wide.
I'm not sure if Kello saw that one either, Patrick.
Didn't look like it. Robinson, Erickson behind the net, back to Schwanker at the point. His shot couldn't get much on it. Wilcox over to Curnow. Knocked off the puck there by Erickson. Own blue line over to Lopez. 13:50 to go here in the period. Martin Lopez, DeSales, will just backhand it into the zone. Far corner. Sandy back to get it first for the Stampede. Long stretch pass to Mathers. Has to slow down to get it. Now he'll try to leave it on to Robinson, just out of his reach. And Luke Vance plays it on to Erickson. Over to DeSales. DeSales in, battling with two Stampede players, sends it into the corner. Centering pass blocked by Brott, and he'll move it on the boards, but not out. Now loose for Curnow. Robinson. Played down by Vance. Brott. Hard off the boards. Robinson. Can't get it past Vance. And it's loose right in front of us. DeSales moves it back to center. Taken there by Curnow. Play in the neutral zone now as Mathers has it. Looks for some real estate and finds it. Cuts it in. He's all alone. Shot wide. Oh, and he's tripped up by Kirchner. Goes down hard. There is going to be a penalty here. And as Bricketto covers, we'll have a whistle and a tripping call will be made.
Mathers none the worse for wear there as Kirchner's stick got tied up in his legs as he cut towards the net.
Yeah,
IoWinds go shorthanded for their second time of the game. Stampede's first power play was not very effective or impressive, but now they have to really put the pedal to the metal here to make this a 2-goal game because they're down by 3 at the moment with a lot of time remaining.
Still 12 minutes. This is a team that can fire up fast, but yeah, you're right. This is a crucial power play right here. You've got to get some opportunities, if nothing else. And Young just takes the loose puck and fires it the length of the ice.
And I got to say, I've noticed it in the last couple minutes of this period that it looks like the IoWinds are running out of, or the Stampede are running out of gas. That short bench is starting to take its toll for sure.
Yep, they've only got 10 skaters today, and as we talked about in the last game, that really does take a toll on you after a while. So the Stampede on the power play. Here's Taylor. Over the line, challenged by Schwanker. Knocked off the puck nicely there.
Yeah, the Stampede were on the attack, and 3 of their skaters were hanging back. They're on the power play. They were playing as if it was the other way around.
Now Young, short-handed, comes right in on Kello, and shot, save, rebound is not to be had, and there will be a face-off to his right.
Yeah, the Stampede had the puck. We're going in on the rush, but only 2 players were skating. The other 3 skaters were back by their own blue line.
And so now here's Connolly off the face-off. They're short-handed. Skates it around, moves it now. Taylor takes it for the Stampede. 11 minutes to go here in the game. Puck loose at neutral. Luke Vance will just fire it on. Brought White over to Taylor. Gains the zone, but knocked away nicely by Schwanker. Now comes loose to center again for White. 30 seconds in the power play. Shabak stood up at the blue line. And Vance would just play it on the other way, content to bleed some more clock here. Here's Matt Whips. Tries to go cross ice off Shabak's stick into the corner. Luke Vance gets there first. Shabak, though, comes up with the puck for the moment, then loses control. Now loose. Turnover here. Shabak's shot. Backhander saved and sticked away there by Bricketto. Power play just about over for the Stampede. Luke Vance in the corner. They'll just kill the last couple seconds of this now. Loose at center. Here comes Tim Young, and that's Kirchner. Young gets it over to Kirchner. Couldn't quite gather the puck in time to shoot it, and Kello will just cover it up.
Yeah, Kirchner come out of the box right at an opportune time as the puck came squirting out. He has a lot of speed in his step after sitting for 2 months especially, but he joins Tim Young on the rush there. Bouncing puck, unable to get a quality scoring chance, but Kello swallows that up to keep his team in this.
And we're under 10 minutes here in the third period. The Iowans still with a 3-goal lead after that power play for the Stampede, yet netted not even a shot on goal, I don't believe. And now Boyd in the corner. Plays it onto the middle. Erickson. Now for Mathers in the corner. He'll just send it hard around the boards. Tries to get it to Curnow on a breakout, but stood up at the blue line nicely there by number 55. That's Kirchner again. Now loose out in front. Kello has to pluck that one off the ice and cover.
Erickson with a quick release and using a defenseman brought as a screen. Kello saw it though and was able to make a fine save, but again, dangerous player in Erickson there.
Oh, Erickson face-off taken instead by Robinson, and now Mathers again sends it hard around the boards. This time again. Now look out, here comes Curnow. One-on-one with Nevins. Curnow has to slow down to play the puck. Now he is able to come up with it. Centers one to Robinson in the slot. Shot easily sticked away there by Bricketto. Into the corner, Robinson again. Moves it on right out in front. Nobody there for the Stampede. And coming the other way, here's the Iowans. This is Nelson over the line. Nelson knocked off the puck by Sandy. He'll go back to get it along the boards. Ricochets into the corner. Brott plays it along the boards. Here's Curnow looking to break out with Mathers. Stretch pass instead taken by Vansbo. Picked clean though by Mathers. He's in. Mathers shooting. And he scores. I couldn't see the puck, but it's behind Bricketto.
It is. Oh, wait a minute. Will, what are they calling?
Well, I saw one of the Stampede player pointing at the goal, but I don't think they're going to call
That's
that.
not a goal.
Wow.
As Bricketto got up, it was sitting on the goal line. The referee never signaled goal. In fact, he looked pretty confident that it wasn't.
Unbelievable. Nice save by Bricketto.
And even Mathers didn't really show a whole lot of confidence that it had gone in either. Mathers will signal when it's a goal himself.
Yeah.
That one, what a save. Even
Wow.
Zach Bricketto makes a save like that.
That's a heck of a save. Now near turnover here. Mathers, though, plays it on out to Curnow. Right in front of the benches. Curnow knocked off the
Good
puck
stick by Schwenker to break up that rush.
Moves it cross ice. Lopez, 7:15 to go in the period. Big save there a moment ago to keep this a 3-goal game. Lopez just inside the blue line. Feeds it over to Young. Young blocked, gets it back. Young shot, hit a stick, and caroms into the corner. DeSells back over to Young.
Whoops.
Just off the stick, and look out, here's Mathers. Oh, knocked
Oh,
away by
what a play by
Schwenker.
Schwenker, keeping it in his zone at the same time.
Wow, that was a heck of a play. Into the corner, DeSells. Back to get it. Moves it, tries to get it to the slot, but it's taken instead. Now Mathers again. Ian Mathers over the line, cuts it to the slot. Tries to feed it on to Robinson. Does, and now it's loose in front. Bricketto goes down. A couple of other guys go down. Puck comes back to Brott just inside the blue line. Shot right in, and glove saved by Bricketto. He saw that at the last possible moment.
The very last second. Just an eyelash amount of time remained for Bricketto to pick that puck up and make a save, but yet he did it to keep this a 3-goal game. Good pressure by the Stampede as that line there between Robinson, Curnow, and Mathers really were just putting their speed on display, making Zach Bricketto work for every save to keep this, again, a 3-goal game.
Clock ticking down to 6 minutes now here in the third. 4-1. The Iowans continue to lead the Stampede. Stampede have to come all the way down to get it. Matt Whips trying to settle down a rolling puck. Over to, bad turnover there. Shabaka. Lopez had a shot. Centering attempt there from Erickson goes through the goal mouth. And now White looks to settle it down for the Stampede as it was very nearly almost 5-1.
Very nearly.
And Nevins will just play it on. Tries to get it to Lopez, instead taken by Wilcox. Moves to the slot. Lopez still with it. Tries to leave it to Taylor. Taken instead by DeSells. Look out here. DeSells with some speed. He's 1-on-2 with Wilcox able to cancel it and take it away. Taylor moves it on out to center. 5:15 to go in the period. Wilcox slow to get up at the other end.
He made a heck of a defensive play and wiped out afterwards.
Now here's DeCellis into the zone, cuts it to the slot, shot, save. Oh, and it goes.
Oh, it's sitting on the line. They're calling it a goal. They are calling it a goal. From where we're sitting, I can't tell exactly, but they have the better view of it than I do, and all the Stampede players their body language is the same. They are spent, and now their spirit is probably just a little bit broken off a broken play, as that was where it goes in the net. DeCellis with a goal.
17th of the year for Curtis DeCellis. And Kello got most of that one, but not all of it, and it trickled past him ever so slightly. So now with 4:30 to go in this one.
Oddly enough, just a moment ago, Bricketto makes a save where the puck is sitting on the goal line. Kello, the more experienced goalie, can't find the same break.
Yep. Sometimes that's how it goes in hockey, though.
Absolutely.
So with 4:10 to go, Taylor moves it out to center. Vance instead, though, takes it and just buries it back deep in the Stampede end. Shabak, around his own goal, skates over the puck. Right in that corner that we just talked about earlier. Now we're going to have a whistle. And looks like a penalty call upcoming on Shabak.
Yeah, buddies came together. Shabak knows he's getting called for that one. He's got a smile on his face. He and Young went for that puck that stuck in the door over there. And as soon as the whistle blew, Shabak knew it was going to be on him. He had the position where, it was probably going to be a penalty called on him. Now the Iowans look to add to their 4-goal lead with 3:27 remaining.
3.5 to go in this one. 2 minutes will be a power play at most, unless the Iowans are able to score. Here's Schwenker along the far board, sends it right in, well wide of the goal. Big Karen back to Vance at the other blue line. Vance just centers one right out in front, loose, and Kello will cover that one. And we'll have another whistle here. And the Iowans buzzing around here on the power play. Tim Young looking for the hat trick. Wins the face-off. Big shot from Connolly, gloved out of midair there by Kello, and we'll have another whistle.
These are all fine saves by Kello and everything, but the clock is going to continue to run, and the Stampede don't need any stoppages. They have Mathers lined up on that very far side along the wall, as you can see, looking for a breakout of some sort.
Yeah, he's coming out looking like a cherry picking.
Yeah.
Kirchner fires one just wide, well wide, and now Taylor behind the goal, looking to stretch one out.
There it is.
Short-handed, so this will not be icing. Bricketto out of his net to play it. Mathers, look out here. Shot, he scores! What a hustle play by Mathers, coming around the goal and wrapping it around with Bricketto out of the net, and it's 5-2.
Both goalie and Mathers are laughing about it. Mathers was floating around, as we were just discussing, and with a clearing attempt, he was going to put all the pressure on the young netminder Bricketto, who flubbed up his pass or his clearing attempt. And what a wicked wraparound with Kirchner coming back to try and break that up for the Iowans. It's now 5-2, 1:46 remaining.
So still on the power play are the Iowans. Now the lead is 5-2, still pretty safe in this one. And Taylor will just send that one down. Nevins cuts it off, moves it on over to Boyd.
3 seconds left on the penalty to Chabak.
So we're now full strength here, 1.5 in the game. Nelson up with it, over the line. Overskates it, leaves it for Erickson. Top of the circle. Corin Erickson cuts it in. Still with it, now sticked away by Kello. Erickson comes back up with it, just feeds a shot that hit a couple bodies in front.
Stampede still shorthanded. Chabak left the penalty box and went to the bench, but nobody's replaced him. They're still with 5 or 4 skaters on the ice.
And so with a minute to go in this one, inexplicably the Stampede are playing shorthanded.
Now they're getting it figured out.
Clock continues to run as we are outside of the 2-goal margin. So with a 5-2 lead, the Iowans will enjoy the extra 10-15 seconds that tick off here. Face off to the left of Bricketto. One back by the Iowans. Kirchner behind the goal. Just sends it along hard on the boards.
Whoops.
Curnow overskates it. Wilcox, just an errant shot from the boards, goes wide. And moved on back to center. Now the Iowans with 30 seconds left. Here's Lopez coming down. Lopez cuts it in. Whistles one through the slot, nobody there. Erickson along the boards, 20 seconds to go. Mathers picks it up, looks to turn. He gets it on to his teammate. That's Curnow over the line. Here's Curnow. Shot, gloved by Burketto, and he'll hang on.
That will do it.
10 seconds left. That should just about run the clock out here, as I don't even know that we'll have another face-off.
We will not.
And that will do it for this one. So with the victory, the Iowans move into a tie with the Stampede at 27 points. They improved to 13-7-1 on the year. The Stampede fall to 12-6-3 and remain at 27 points. This is the first victory on the year for the Iowans in the series. In this fifth meeting, the Stampede had won 3 in a row, but decisively here today, John, the Iowans take this one.
It was a short bench by the Stampede for sure. Did play a factor in this. You could see it, especially in the later stages of the third period. But the Iowans, from the opening faceoff until that final penalty kill, were just final power play. We're just flying today, and just a real strong game by the usual cast of characters, and including some other ones. Marty Lopez with a goal, Jack Nelson with a goal.
Right.
Fantastic goals as well. This was a very entertaining game, even though it was not lopsided, but a 3-goal difference.
Sure, and one of the things I think that we should point out is Zach Burketto played quite well in goal.
Yes, he did, very well.
In a backup role for the Iowans. He came in, played the final 2 periods, and really only gave up that late goal shorthanded, and that was about it. He made several.
And it was a
saves.
fantastic play by Ian Mathers that caused that shorthanded goal.
Right.
Real quick, folks, we want to tell you that D-League Radio is brought to you each and every time by the Keg Stand, 3530 Westtown Parkway in West Des Moines, in its 4th season of the 5 D-League Radio seasons of being our primary sponsor. And they have over 90 beers on tap, special events and parties throughout the year, including the next D-League night, Thursday, March 28th at 6:30. Food specials all day, Monday through Friday, and they are open until 2 a.m. 7 days a week. That's the Keg Stand in West Des Moines, the official home of D-League Radio. Also, So Cherry, screen printing and embroidery for any event or team sport, even custom quilting. They do it all, including, as you're seeing on the screen right now, these fine duds. Turn towards the camera, buddy. Show this stuff off. You can see the quality of the work So Cherry does, whether it's jackets, jerseys, T-shirts, they do it all. Check them on the web at socherry.com. And, of course, our friends at Red Dragon Herbs, loose leaf tea from around the world. Make your order today at reddragonherbs.net. Fantastic game. I can't see what the next one brings, the Knights and the Moose.
Well, we switched to novice for the final 2 games of the D-League Radio schedule. A reminder to stick around. We've got the Moose and Knights coming up at 2:15. Another opportunity for a team to dethrone the Knights. Hasn't happened yet this year, but we'll see if it can coming up here.
You came close.
We did. Just a little off there. And then at 3:30, the Voodoo and the Bandits will round out our schedule, another novice game, and then an unbroadcast game between the Wild Goose and the Aggressive Goldfish at 4:45. Thanks again for John Reichart. I'm Patrick McFarland. Stick around for a couple more games here from D-League Radio.